Huh? So when I think about my mother, there's no way for the Palestinian uprising and revolution to continue going for 75 years without mothers, grandmothers, sisters, and the women of Palestine. There is no way for the black in the United States to survive 300 years without the black women who went to church and struggled and helped the revolution. So women in every culture are the backbone, but a good number of us men are so macho we never recognize, huh? So I think when we came back, 5 Palestinian villages were destroyed to the ground.
Shame!
That means when Israel was established in 1948, according Alan Tabi, an Israeli Jewish historian, wrote a book called The Ethnic Cleansing of Palestine. They destroyed 530 villages town and exiled out of Palestine by force 750,000 to 1 million Palestinians.
Shame!
We call that the Nakba. It's an Arabic word that means catastrophe. You lost a home, you lost a land, you lost a business, you lost a masjid, a mosque, or you lost a church. You lost everything. So right now, a lot of our Palestinian writers saying what Israel is doing in Gaza, even though the Nakba continue to the Palestinian, what they are doing in Gaza is the second Nakba.
Shame!
And that means why to force 1.7 million Palestinians, 700 Palestinians from the north of Gaza to the middle and now toward Rafah. Why you need to destroy hospitals? Why do you need to destroy elementary school, high school, colleges, and universities?
Shame!
I tell you why. Because there is a difference between colonialism and settler colonialism. Colonialism, you go like England to Africa and also to India. You suck the resources and go home. Settler colonialism is completely the opposite. You have one goal: to kill the native, take the land, and take the resources. You follow me?
Yes.
Who fits in that? Good old America,
Yeah.
Canada, and Australia. Look what happened. I take people to North Georgia to see the Cherokee Nation city. And there, the Christians in that Cherokee Nation say to the Christians in Atlanta and Decatur, I love Jesus, they build a church. I love education, they build a school. I love justice, they build a courthouse. But when the governor and the powers to be wanted, during the gold rush, wanted the land, they said, hell with everything. And we send them where? To Oklahoma. Is that correct?
Yeah.
We sent the Cherokee Nation to Oklahoma and 50% died. That's what happened.
Shame!
Let's go to Texas. The President of the United States said to every state, black people in your state need to be free. Texas stayed quiet for 2 years until June 19. Okay, the governor can lie. The 2 senators can lie. The House of Representatives can lie. The plantation owner can lie. The business people can lie. But for God's name, why the minister and the church need to lie and not to tell the people?
Shame!
So what Israel is doing is settler colonialism. Now the problem, what is going on, is very revealing. What? The U.S., we succeeded to eliminate the Native Americans. My folks in the Galilee area, we were 155,000 people who became citizens of the State of Israel. But becoming a citizen was, in the eyes of the government, I was an occupied person. So from 1948 to 1966, I couldn't go from here to Decatur without a permit. So I needed to go to the Israeli military governor, Al-Hakim al-Askari, and get a permit. And if I don't have a permit, what do? I go to court. And if I don't have money, I go where? To jail. So the apartheid system of Israel started from day one. Now let's go forward. The 155,000 in 1948, the state in the new state of Israel, look what happened. You know, Palestinian men and women, they love each other. So now today they are 2 million after 75 years. 2 million. And in Gaza, 2.3, according to the news. And in the West Bank, 2.8. That means for the first time in Israel history, we have 50% Israeli Jews and 50% Palestinian Arabs, both Christian and Muslim. That means Israel have a problem. When you have 50% are non-Jews, you can act the way you are acting now in Gaza. You cannot understand Gaza without the settler colonial ideology. You cannot understand 5 Israeli soldiers running after a 10-year-old kid. If we find If we find American soldiers, 5 of them running after a 10-year-old kid, we say that's abnormal. It's sick. And that's the reason we need to continue to struggle. There's a difference between Judaism, Israel, and Zionism. That means Judaism are the people of faith, 15 million people who live in 100 nations. Israel is a state, but not above the law or international law. Now, Zionism is the issue. Zionism says to every Jew in America and Europe and everywhere, wherever you are not secure. You need to leave and come to Israel. And the presence of Palestinian is saying to the Zionist ideology, you are bankrupt ideology. You are a 19th century ideology. It doesn't work anymore. And the power of you as college students, to me, you need to question everything under the sun. You need to be critical. You need to ask every question under the sun and not believe the professor, the media, everything. You need to do your own research. And the problem now in America that the old-timers are asleep and snoring, but you know which side you need to be. So my friend Brent Rosen, I hope one day we can host him in Atlanta or at Emory. Brent Rosen is a rabbi in Chicago. And he said right now the American Jewish community going to have a cleavage. You are for justice or you are for Zionism. Okay? So look what happened. 1,000 black preachers rented one page in the New York Times and said to the President of the United States, permanent ceasefire. Okay? We took 4 of them and came to Atlanta Constitution and we took a whole page and said permanent ceasefire, Mr. President, the 2 senators and everybody. But right now we need to go after the white preachers. They need to understand we need to have a cleavage. You are for justice or for Christian Zionism. There's a difference. So I want to say, I salute you. And the last thing I wanted to say, I wish the state of Georgia can send our police to be trained in Finland, in Sweden, and Norway, where they can respect the other people. For a police in Atlanta to go to Israel to be trained, they are going to be trained how to crush. And yesterday we saw that in our own eyes. Why the state police come with big guns? I did not see one student with a gun. I did not see one student with anything. If the administration was very smart, they will let you do what you want because it's a non-violent. We are here sitting saying we need justice, nothing else. So I salute you, and I love you, and continue working, and our community want to support you. Thank God for you, and continue the struggle. Free Palestine.